Hey, this is Tom from Against Me, and you're watching the Kerrang video podcast.
Welcome to the Kerrang podcast, day one at Reading Festival. Here I am with Tom from Against Me. How are you?
I'm doing great, man.
Excellent. So what's your festival experience been like today?
Well, we woke up in London this morning and got on the bus around 9 o'clock, and I fell back asleep, and then woke up here on the festival site maybe around like 2 or something like that. I unfortunately missed Crazy Arm, which I was bummed about, but I woke up in time to catch Billy Talent and watched a little bit of NoFX after that, and got something to eat, and then been doing some interviews.
I noticed that you're rocking the wellies today. Is that the weather's been atrocious this week in the UK, but thankfully the sun's outside. Do you think it's going to affect people's enjoyment of the weekend anyway?
I don't think so. You all are used to this over here, right? You know?
Yeah. You played in Kingston last night, I believe.
Yeah.
At the Fighting Cock.
Yeah. Yep.
That holds about 4 people. What was it like, playing such an intimate show before, a massive festival like this?
Well, it was hot and sweaty, you know? We actually, we had written out maybe 17, 18 song set list, and we got maybe 9 songs in, and I was like, all right, changing plans. We're taking a diversion here, and we kind of reworked it from there, and I don't know how many we ended up playing, but yeah, it was intense, man. You could barely breathe in there.
Awesome. So apart from Guns N' Roses tonight, which other bands are you going to try and watch before, in the small window of time you've got to yourself?
I'd like to watch Alkaline Trio play. I'm bummed that we're playing at the same time Mumford and Sons are playing. I wanted to see them. I'd like to see LCD Sound System play, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tonight. So maybe at Leeds,
Yeah, sure. Is it quite comforting knowing that you've got a festival like this on one day and 2 days later it'll be in Leeds, that you can kind of refashion the set if you want to, or
Well, I mean, at this point we've been on tour for 7-8 months. If we don't have it figured out what we're gonna do, I don't think a day is gonna save us in between.
A lot of people outside, a lot of people are camping, which is quite unusual for American festivals. Don't really do camping, do they?
No.
Do the road trip.
Yeah, I could see it catching on though. I feel like that. American festivals, I feel like, are really trying to emulate the European festivals, and it's really something that's been building over the past couple of years, especially. So I can see that, becoming a part of it too.
Do you ever rough it in the great outdoors? Are you much of a kind of camping person?
I've been camping a couple times. I've always enjoyed myself, but I just am not the type of person who has a lot of time to do that.
Cool. So what's the rest of your year looking like now?
After this tour, we have 5 days off or something like that. Then we go to Canada for September. Excuse me. And then in October, we're going to Japan and New Zealand and Australia, and then back here to the UK. And then in November, we'll be here in the UK and on into October, or then on mainland Europe. So yeah.
Cool. Finally, Japan seems to be the holy grail of tours for rock dreams. People starting bands to play in Japan. Is it a different world compared to a muddy field in Berkshire?
Well, I feel like it's just one of the last few places you can go and honestly feel culture shock. I mean, coming over here to Europe, it's especially in the UK, I mean, there isn't the language barrier. You feel pretty comfortable and you're at home in a lot of ways. But going there, you feel like you are far away from home,
Does it look like Blade Runner?
Pretty much, yeah. Cool. Not too far off. All they need is the flying cars,
Awesome. Well, maybe that might be one thing to look forward to in the future, is a flying car. Well, Tom, it's been great speaking to you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and
Thanks, man.
Enjoy your 5 days off in the future.
Sweet.
Cool.
Thanks.